Sons are convinced of the love and the goodness of God. They lived loved. They receive love. They wake up to love. They remain confident in God's love, even in hard times of resistance and testing. I've got a question for you. When you wake up in the morning, do you wake up feeling loved, or are you looking and hoping and wishing somebody would love on you? Which one are you? I guarantee you, if you're the second one, then I 100% guarantee you, your children are doing the same to you. They're waking up every morning screaming for love. So learn to live loved. Receive that love. Wake up loved. Looking for somebody else to love. Slaves have a seesaw relationship. When things are good, God is love. When adversity comes, God is the problem. I like to say, when they're having a good day, they're going to post it on Facebook. I went out for Chinese food tonight. When they're having a bad time, life is terrible. God, life is terrible, capital letters. You know, you see it, you watch people's Facebook feeds, which maybe some of you don't, but you watch people on social media. When they're feeling good, everything is great. When they're not feeling good, it's all God's problem. Sons live extremely confident in who they are. The sons have a strong sense of identity in who they are. They think, talk, and live like a son. Sons rise above adversity, knowing that adversity is not a permanent sentence, but a training ground. This is my training ground, so I embrace it. Live from that place. Slaves go through adversity, and the adversity becomes their identity. They go through trauma, they go through abuse, and that becomes their identity. Your problem is not your identity. And when you identify with the problem, you become a victim. And you cannot live as a son and live as a victim. It just don't work. Because sons have the overcoming mindset. Sons, number 3, have a big God mindset. Sons will not allow you to put their God in a box. Slaves serve a little predictable God. This is how God operates. We can't go any bigger than this. Sons do not pull back in the tight time. They lean in with trust and faith. When they receive a blessing, they say, hey, there's more where this came from. And they're generous with those around them. There's going to be more. Slaves say, let's hoard this because we're in survival mode. We don't know when the next time is we're going to get a meal. The focus is on poverty over abundance. So we used to go to camp, take all these children to camp, and we're there for 5 days. The first 3 days, these children would eat like a horse. And Thursday, they're just plumb filled up. I mean, I think they cut the portions in half. By Thursday, they just couldn't stuff any more in anymore. They were finally realizing, I'm full. Thursday and Friday was a completely different cooking experience for them than Monday through Wednesday. Because their mindset is, I don't know when the next time is I'm going to get a meal. I don't know when the next time is I'm going to get this type of a meal. And so I am going to take as much as I can get. And then I'm going to fill my pockets up with everything that I can fit in my pocket that I could possibly eat later. Sons see opportunity in difficulty. Slaves hide in fear. Sons have a mindset of victory. Slaves of failure. They expect to fail. Sons expect to win. Sons trust. Sons truly, freely trust God and are more willing to trust in relationships. You able to trust people in relationships? Slaves are constantly suspicious, fearful, judging, questioning everyone's motives, including God. Why did God do this? Out of brokenness and pain. They're very concerned about being taken advantage of. Sons don't worry about what other people might do to them. Sons know that if they get hurt, they have a dad that can help them or even heal them. Slaves operate in suspicion. They call it discernment. Ouch. Often projecting their own pain on others. Sons have healed and refused to live in this relational prison. Sons love and to better the whole team. Number 5, a son looks to better everyone. Slaves look inward to protect, guard, and survive. A slave decides they will not change until the situation changes. A son says, I'm going to rise up whether my situation changes or not. That was some sonship thinking, Peter. I'm going to rise up in my situation. No matter what happens, I'm going to be an overcomer. Awesome. That's going to shift things. Sons think about the family and how he can serve and change. A slave says, I don't have anything to offer. And he looks on, hoping someone is going to notice him and give. Wouldn't it just be nice if somebody would notice that I need some gas money? Fill me up with gas. Wouldn't it just be nice if somebody would notice and give? Whatever it is. Sons do not listen to the enemy's accusations. This is a big one. Condemnation, guilt, shame, accusation, whether it's from people or the devil, sons see it as energy wasters and they ignore it. You think I'm a girl? I don't care. It's not the truth, and I'm just going to laugh at you and move on. You think I'm crazy? It doesn't matter. I know what my God thinks about me. I know what Daddy thinks about me. And so I care about how you feel, but that is not going to shape how I see myself. Slaves waste energy trying to swim through it and decide what is truth and what is not. Sons surpass common expectation. Sons have big expectations. Slaves settle for little. Sons give abundantly and more than is required. Sons say, I am blessed, therefore I give. Slaves only give what is expected or whatever they can get away with. Sons carry an unshakable hope about the future. I used to be at a place where the world's coming to the end. We're about at the end of our world. So why would you buy? Why would you invest? Why would you do anything? That mindset is still there in our people, way too strong, that we're so close to the end of the world that it's not worth the energy that it's going to take to go do X, Y, and Z because the world might be burned up and we'll lose it all anyways. Or the government's going to take it all in taxes anyway. So why should I even try? Sons view situations with a higher level of hope. Sons live in the kingdom that is hope, and they're ready to offer it to others. Sons can offer hope. Slaves can't. Slaves fear the future, and they're unable to move forward. I don't know what's going to happen, so I'm going to stay right here. Sons rise up, and they grow in hardship. Slaves live from a place of hopelessness, despair, negativity, and complaining. Sons can grieve. Catch that. They can grieve. They can weep. They can shed tears. But they're connected to hope. And so they upgrade while slaves complain more. Sons take the next step available. Slaves complain and wander around in the desert. A son doesn't beg for his father's attention. The son thanks and declares while the slave begs. A son sees adversity as the discipleship arena for them to climb higher. And a slave wants adversity to be removed so they can more quickly return to pleasure and comfort. Wow. How does that hit? Sons are not limited nor condemned by their weakness. Sons simply rely on the Father. They trust. Slaves focus on their shortcomings and they give up easy. Yeah, well, I'm not good at this, so I might as well not engage. You know, you see all your shortcomings. If you're going to focus on your shortcomings, He's going to hold you back. But if you believe that God can help and find your team, you can trust and move on. Number 11, sons take responsibility for everything they think, say, do, feel, or do. Sons are responsible. They commit and make things right. Slaves make excuses, they blame others, and they run from responsibility.